The riverbank is still. The water does not move. And in the mud, something enormous has not moved either. A Nile crocodile rests with its mouth open. Its jaw stretches wide, exposing rows of serrated teeth, each one the length of a human finger. Nothing should come near this mouth. Nothing should want to. And yet a small bird lands on the crocodile's jaw. It does not hesitate. It does not flinch. It lowers its red bill and begins to work. A crocodile is one of the oldest predators on Earth. Its body has barely changed in 200 million years. It has survived mass extinctions, shifting continents, and vanishing oceans. It can hold its breath for over an hour. It can go months without food. It can wait with a patience that nothing else in nature can match. But there is one problem it cannot solve on its own. Leeches. They gather around the crocodile's eyelids, between the scales of its neck, in the soft tissue inside its mouth. Tiny, persistent, and almost impossible for the crocodile to reach. A crocodile cannot scratch its own eye. It cannot reach the back of its own jaw. It cannot clean the places where parasites prefer to hide. This is not a weakness in the animal. It is simply the cost of being this large, this armoured, and this still. The crocodile has learned something unusual for a predator of its kind. It has learned to let something small come close. The red-billed oxpecker weighs less than 200 grams. It is smaller than a man's hand. On a lion, a giraffe, or a buffalo, it looks like a decoration. On the jaw of a Nile crocodile, it looks like something that should not exist. But the oxpecker does not read danger the way other birds do. It has spent its entire life on the bodies of animals that could crush it, trample it, or flick it away with a single movement. The crocodile is simply the next surface. The bird lands near the edge of the open jaw. Its claws grip the rough, scaled skin along the snout. Its eyes move quickly, scanning. There is a leech near the upper eyelid. The bird moves toward it. The crocodile does not react. One peck. The leech is gone. The crocodile holds its position. This is not trust in the way that mammals sometimes experience it. This is something colder, older, and more useful. The crocodile holds still because holding still costs nothing. The oxpecker removes something that was causing irritation, and the arrangement continues without a single word passing between them. The most extraordinary moment in this relationship happens inside the mouth. A crocodile's mouth is not simply a weapon. It is also a trap for debris. Rotting meat lodges between teeth after each meal. Small parasites find shelter in the moist, warm tissue at the back of the jaw. Bacteria settle on the inner surfaces of the gum. The oxpecker enters this space. It hops along the lower jaw. Its bill reaches between teeth. It pulls out what has been left behind. The crocodile remains still. This requires something from the crocodile that its reputation does not suggest it possesses. Patience, restraint, and an understanding, however instinctive, that this bird is not food. There are documented cases where oxpeckers have entered a crocodile's open mouth without incident. The crocodile holds its jaw wide, and the bird works for several minutes before hopping out again. The crocodile then closes its mouth, slowly, without hurry, as if it has always known where the bird was. But this relationship is not entirely peaceful. The oxpecker is not purely a cleaner. Scientists have observed that, like in its interactions with buffalo and hippos, the oxpecker sometimes feeds on the crocodile's blood directly. It picks at the soft edges of wounds, at the tissue around scales that have been damaged, at the thin skin near the eye. The bird does not always remove what is harmful to the host. Sometimes it feeds from the host itself. The crocodile tolerates this. Whether because it cannot feel it, because the benefit outweighs the cost, or simply because the arrangement has continued long enough to become habit, science has not fully answered. Nature does not always build relationships on pure mutual benefit. Sometimes survival is built on compromise, on allowing something uncomfortable because the alternative is worse. The crocodile puts up with the bird. The bird does not ask permission, and the river moves on around both of them. A crocodile killing a wildebeest is remarkable, but a crocodile lying still while a bird walks inside its mouth is something quieter, and in some ways stranger, because it shows that even the most ancient and feared predator on Earth is not entirely self-sufficient. That somewhere, in the long history of this animal, it learned to accept help. The oxpecker does not know what a crocodile is capable of. Or perhaps it does, in the way that all animals know their world, not through thought, but through every instinct they carry. And still it lands on that jaw, still it reaches between those teeth, still it does the work that keeps it alive. In this river, danger and dependence live in the same body, and a small red-billed bird has made a home in the most dangerous place on Earth. The crocodile will slide back into the water before the afternoon sun is high. The oxpecker will fly to a buffalo grazing at the riverbank. By tomorrow, it may return. The jaw will be open again. The bird will land again. And the oldest predator on the planet will hold still. Because somewhere in 200 million years of survival, it learned that sometimes the most useful thing a predator can do is nothing at all.